Hey everybody, Ronnie here. Another day in the hotel, and if you saw yesterday, this is definitely a different hotel. The place that I stayed last night was called, hold on one second, I'll get that, the Guest House. The reason that it got booked for me was because it was the closest place, the closest hotel to the Peterbilt, and it was not good. It was bad. I give it 0 stars, and I very strongly suggest to everybody that if you ever need a hotel room or a motel room, to be completely honest about this place, that it is not, and in St. Joseph, Missouri, do not go to Guest House. Today I went and booked a room in Stony Creek. It's a hotel a couple miles away, and it is so much better. Here, we'll go ahead and show some of this. There's the bathroom. Hi. All of this. All right, and it's only about $50 more than the other one. Yeah, I guess so. Anyhow, pretty nice place. Very much recommend. The Guest House, stay away from it. You'll know it because it's the hotel that's sitting right in front of the Love's truck stop. Lots of folks watched my video yesterday, and lots of folks left messages. So let's go ahead and look at a few of these. Before we get into that, let me explain what's going on with the truck. Clearly, it's not fixed if I'm staying here another night. So they discovered that the traction control issues were all tied into the truck's radar system sitting up in the front of the truck. So they got that replaced. They're actually doing things this time and not just hooking up to it with the scanner. Yeah. They said that's probably going to take care of the cruise control issue, but they won't be sure until they get everything else handled. They're working on the ABS issue and the transmission not engaging in gear issue. There's a lot of work, so I don't blame them there. Martha Gomez, she asks, can you let me know how pay is? I'm coming on May 21st. Yeah, that's a complicated question, believe it or not. Depends on you. If you run hard and operate your business intelligently, then you can make a lot more money than if you need to take every weekend off or run 5 days and take 5 days off. You'll make more money by not spending more money. All right, and the way to do that is keep your speed down. Don't go over 65. I know I sound like a broken record. And take advantage of every fuel discount you can find. But welcome. We'll be glad to see you on the road. David says Super Ego is nothing but crooks. Citation needed. Noel, I noticed my lights used to light up and my transmission would go out. Figured it out. When you have the cruise control on, you cannot have your engine brake on at the same time. Every time it lights up, I have to pull over, turn off all the power, and turn it back on, and it always works. Maybe. The fact of the matter is that I usually don't run with the Jake on all the time. I only turn it on when I need it. But my issue is a lot more than just cruise control. But thank you for the advice. If anybody else can get some use out of that, fantastic. Trucking Nerds asks, does yours have the hill start shutoff switch? It does. And of course, the first thing I did when the hill start assist was taken away from me is check the switch. It's fine. It's not the switch that shut it off. D says, people, don't get any truck with a digital dash. Remember, newer isn't better these days. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. I do like my truck. I'm sad that it broke. And I'm upset that the people that are supposed to know how to fix it have repeatedly not fixed my truck. Very upset. FRB. Sorry, my friend. I imagine the great frustration you have. Kenworth and Peterbilt are family. The two trucks have the same problem. Dealers don't give a damn. I drive a Kenworth in a company and never had any problems, but many of my colleagues do. They had Kenworths. I think it's very cool, but it's a lot of shit. The truck is great, but with that part, it's not worth it. A Cascadia is preferable, or a Volvo that uses the old clock system for everything, and that will last you all your life. Because that screen, my friend, will give you problems in the long run or in the short run. Hopefully you fix it and never have problems, but unfortunately in the future it will happen. My advice is to change to another brand of truck with clocks. Peterbilt and Kenworth only come like this with that screen from 23 and 24. Good luck and take care. Yeah, I think some of the 22s also had the digital dash. The very end of the 22s. But anyhow, I don't have a problem with Cascadias. Everybody knows how I feel about Volvos. After I got that stupid Volvo that was the loaner when the Freightliner broke. Even the simpler vehicles break. You never know. Hopefully this does get it taken care of, and then everything will get fixed. Nice to see you here. He says, I had the KW, same shit as Peterbilt. I had to exchange out the truck. Super Ego couldn't even figure out the problem with their own mechanic. Get a Volvo or Freightliner. Super Ego will not pause the payments when you are down. Don't I know that? Charles replied to him, you can be broken down and pay for the truck if you are on YouTube getting them referral bonuses. I do get a few referral bonuses. Thank you very much, folks that do that for me. If you want to, my name is Ronald Joubert, Joubert. My truck number is 1040. I appreciate it. That is part of what's keeping me afloat here. It's going to be a very small part, but it does help. But I'm not ready to get rid of the truck just yet. Just yet. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Chris says they are 100% junk. I disagree. Bros, no Pete's and no International. You go out there, Pete's and International's running down the road every day, no problems. I drew a short straw. That's what it really comes down to. The biggest issue with this is, and once again, I'm going to repeat this, the Peterbilt mechanics that are not properly trained to take care of the equipment. Scott Tucker, mechanics, they're more like Timmy the Baggers. I have experience as a manager running the entire repair facility, and let me tell you something, it's scary the way the corporate wants those places to run. They want to hire new people with no experience or very little experience, with barely no tools to just a couple tools, and they're over there fixing our vehicles. I remember asking for higher wages because I said you get what you pay for, and they disagreed with me, and I wondered what planet they were on. Lots of headaches because of upset people coming back, and it was gut-wrenching because people need results and the corporation just won't hire experienced, knowledgeable, appropriate individuals. But listen, man, you need to get the hell out of the truck right away. Staying in that truck is like staying in an abusive relationship. Hit me, daddy. No, I did not just say that. It makes no sense. You need to get out of it faster, and the sooner the better you get out of it ASAP. Go to another truck, get a different truck right away. Stop playing this game. It's going to hurt you in the long run. I want to see you do good. Get out of that truck. I can appreciate what you're saying there, Scott. Really, if it's not 100% fixed this time, I will go to Chicago and get this and get it swapped out. I do really like this truck. But that's that. Fortunately, I'm actually not that far from Chicago right now. I'm in Missouri. Corey, might be time to get back in the Freightliner. As hard as it is to say, it never stranded me. Yeah, I had the one issue with the Freightliner, and that had nothing to do with the Freightliner. It had to do with the weather. So I understand what you're saying. Sorry, part of trucking, throwing away money. When you're doing good, the truck always finds a way. Hang in there. Wait till the depth sensor goes out. Also, it's not Pete's, it's Kenworth's too. Digital gauges, gotta love them. Yeah, the Peterbilt 579s and the Kenworth T680s are exactly the same truck. They might have had some things that differentiated them in the past, but those days are gone. Chris Ballard, run away, Lemon. I think I'm getting the point, guys. Rubber Down Dean. Did you buy that new? No. It had 44,000 miles on it when I got it. I know. Basically new. You also ask or say, Yepers, my good buddy in Gillette, Wyoming, told me to watch out for those Pete's with the digital gauge. He told me to get the old style gauges. Half the 2023s had those and half had the new ones. Maybe it was the 23s where it started. I like the newer. I really do. The problem I always had with the regular gauges on the Peterbilts and Kenworths is the speedometer is in a position where it gets covered by the steering wheel, and there's nothing you can do to fix that. James, yeah, good luck, brother. Thank you very much. Jeremy, I'm a company driver. I just get another truck, keep rolling, never lease. More power to you, brother. Being the company driver is not good for me. To each their own. OTR Vic, I understand your frustration, Ronnie, but I know you mentioned in your previous videos that Super Ego at one point gave you the option to get into another truck. Why don't you just do that? Once again, I like my truck. I'm not one to walk away from a problem just because it's hard. I will. Really, when it comes down to it, I will. But just because a problem's hard doesn't mean it's not worth getting past. And that's not just with trucking, that's with everything. But yeah, anytime I want, all I've got to do is pick up the phone, make a call, and I can get the truck swapped out. If this trip to the shop doesn't get it 100% fixed, then that will be my next move. Mark, get rid of that truck, dude. It's a lemon, clearly. I understand. Thank you, Mark. Beatrice, hope it gets better. Thank you so much. And thank you, folks, for James, who had a lot to say about driving in the wind. Absolutely. If the wind is blowing hard enough that you can't drive straight, or it's actually pushing you that hard, just remember, no load is worth you. So find someplace safe to pull over and wait it out. Beatrice again says, good thing you pulled over. I've been at 75,000 in the wind in Nebraska and it still pulled me. Yeah, and I was really light. But yeah, like I said, don't take a chance. It's not gonna do you any good to have to get pulled out of the side of the road. If it's not safe to drive, pull over. If it's gonna make you a little late, pull over. It's not safe to drive. Oh, this is from a really old one. One of my first videos showing my first settlement. Straight Cash asks, where's the escrow and registration deductions and the bobtail insurance? That was when I had the Freightliner. There's no escrow with the Freightliner. You pay 4 cents per every mile that you run, and that goes into a maintenance fund, so you don't need an escrow. The registration is also included with the Freightliner, or at least was at that point. Bobtail insurance only happens once a month. What Super Ego does is they take all of the monthly things and they split it up over the month so that you're not getting hit with everything all at once. That's a cool thing. But they definitely charge those things. They do take those deductions. It's just with that Freightliner, I didn't have to have an escrow, and the registration was included with the Freightliner. So that's where we're at. Thanks a lot for all of the comments. I appreciate you watching the videos, and I am paying attention. I know I need to get out of this truck, and I promise you, if this doesn't get fixed this time, I will move on to something else. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll talk to almost forgot. If you do have any more questions or comments, please put them in the comments down below. If you'd like to speak with me in person or have an interest in joining Super Ego, give me my call. My number is right there on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.